Hey, this is Mizzery. We're located here in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm just a local rap artist, and I came up in South St. Louis City for a little bit period of time, maybe till 7 years old or whatever. Then North County from there. I then bounced from Las Vegas to Gary, Indiana, and Florida as well. But for the most part, I'm here in St. Louis. My first memory of me when I was a kid was I was like 2 years old, and I just heard somebody screaming. It was my pops or whatever. Rest in peace. Get to that later. But the bullets was flying through the floor like 2 inches from my head, so I could have been a goner. I still recall this. I heard a loud noise, and then I guess upstairs was the guy who got killed, who used to sell my pops crack, and he was the one that got killed. But I still remember this as a 2-year-old baby. He had me in his arms. He was screaming. He took me upstairs to the fucking crime murder scene. I don't know why, excuse my language, but I remember blood on the television screen and him screaming. And the next day, this is in Jennings, by the way, in Shannon Fox apartment. I guess it was a damn crack zone back then. I don't know. But anyway, so I'll say a day or two later from my recollections, we were sitting there and 2 guys just burst through the door in the same apartment building and ended up on our living room floor right in front of us, which I also saw. And my parents said, "This is it for us." And they packed up or they didn't pack up nothing. They left the bunk beds, everything we had, and they just got out of there. And that's when we moved to South City. That was when I was like 2, to move with my uncle in the State Streets and all that. And then, yeah, from there, it's a long story, bro. With my mom giving up kids for adoption, is really my mom and dad together. There was like 4 kids, and I met them whenever we was about 18. And yeah, we was just going through hardships, and a lot of things had to happen to where I dealt with a lot of juvenile instances from a kid. Ended up doing prison time as well when I got older, due to domestic assaults from being with these crazy ladies. I done been locked up in Indiana, Gary, Lake County area. I done been goddamn locked down in Florida, in that jail. Came back. I done did a lot of time in Missouri. So yeah, I did a lot of jail time and stints as a youth from selling marijuana in the school zones. I done rode this damn Metro Link. I've been jumped by Bloods. I'm affiliated with 60 Crip. I've been jumped as a kid. I had to go to the Reach Day treatment, where it's under DYS, Division of Youth Services, in the Missouri area. I couldn't go to high school because they kicked me out because I was selling weed or whatever. But one day I was catching the bus home to the county in St. Anne, where I was living at the time, but I had to go to South City. I had detention one day, and at 4 o'clock, these Bloods surrounded me. I got a story on that, but they just beat me to a pulp, and I went in the house looking like Elephant Man, and my mom just started crying instantly. I didn't even have to say nothing. She just hit the floor crying. That's how bad I looked. But yeah, so all that happened, I had a lot of hardships as a kid, though, for sure.
How many siblings did you have growing up?
In the household? 1.
Brother, sister?
Oh, a sister. She's about 2 years younger than me. I lead a pack of like 8, but they weren't in the household. I'm the oldest of them all.
What's your relationship with your mom?
It's great. I'm still, me and her like this still. My father has passed away. And they weren't a couple since 3 years old. He used to beat the crap out of her, punch her in the stomach when she was pregnant, all type of crazy stuff. But I don't want to slander his name since he's upstairs. But yeah, he smoked a lot of crack, drank every day, to the point where he was paralyzed in his last 10 years of living, and he had to give up all that. But it's been a rough road for me.
What did your mom instill in you growing up?
A lot of good values. She ain't steered me wrong at all. The reason I am the way I am is because of me and my own thoughts and my beliefs and the environment I grew up in. It wasn't the worst. So I did say South City, which we all know is a pretty bad area, but I grew up in Breckenridge, which doesn't seem like the worst area, but it's the surroundings and I guess the people that came in with the gang stuff and all that, which I also learned in the city. But so yeah, I forgot what you was asking, where I was headed with that.
what your mom instilled in you?
Oh yeah. Oh, great
growing up?
values, respect, all that. Everything was good on that part. It was just me who went left, basically.
What caused you to go left?
My environment. I guess not having a father figure around. I think if I had a father figure around, that would have been the icing on the cake to keep me from doing. He was there, and if I needed him, he was there. Not financially. Like I think I recall him giving me $2 in my whole life. He was in and out of the prison system here and there too for domestic assault, which probably I watched that growing up. Maybe that's why I started to do that a little bit. But I dated a stripper up in Gary, Indiana. My mom moved to Chicago. We did that little stint, and she was just doing all types of wild stuff. She was wild, so we would have conflicts and things like that.
So what led you to dating? Did that lead you to dating different types of women, or do you still date the same types of women?
I always attract those who aren't like me. I've never done a hard drug in my life. Right hand to God right now, I swear to God, strike me down. Actually, damn, he could have struck me down. Because as a 13-year-old kid, somebody gave me a Percocet pill. It was a methadone pill. I tried it, and I was so mad I wanted to strangle him. But from watching my pops grow up like that, I never even tooted my nose with cocaine. I'm totally against that as a whole. From watching him and just seeing everybody lose everything from it, I could never go down that path. I don't even drink now to this day. I gave that up at the New Year's. That was my New Year's resolution because I didn't have nothing else to do but kick alcohol.
So are there any projects you've been working on, any shows you got coming up?
So,
like, tell us about what got you into rapping in the first place?
So when I was 11 years old, I would say, no. So first off, my mom bought me this cassette player. I had MC Hammer. It was the Can't Touch This. I put that in for the first time. Oh, I had a Kermit the Frog guitar before that. I always been into music, but the MC Hammer, You Can't Touch This, turned me out. A year later after that, I was at my aunt's house, and my uncle had the Ice Cube tape. I heard that. I tried to steal it. Ice Cube was the reason. Ice Cube and MC Hammer is probably the reason I am today. And then Master P and No Limit came, and that's my biggest inspiration. I thought I was a damn part of the soldier. I had to tank everything growing up. And in third grade, and since third grade, I haven't done one. I don't know how I passed. I went to Rittner for the most part. I don't know how I passed any school grades or none of that, because I don't recall doing one worksheet since third grade, I promise you. And I was writing raps in the classroom.
Do you remember your first rap?
My first rap?
Yeah.
No, since third grade, probably something like that. But no, I don't. I've been doing this for a long time, and it would be hard to go back and remember that.
What are some of the experiences you've had during your rap career? Like highlights, lowlights, any kind of lights?
So when I was 14, I actually dropped my first project. My name was Breeze Montana at the time. It was called The Saint and the Gangster. It was probably inspired by Styles P, Gangster and the Gentleman, which was my favorite album still to this day of all time. So I dropped that first, but then so my music never did much. People knew, like, when we would have battle raps at school. I even did a little, went to O'Fallon. We moved to O'Fallon, Missouri, which is suburbia, if nobody knows, for a while. So when I was in North County, we would have battle raps at school, and everybody knew, and they all vouched for me to this day. They knew I was a problem. I'll body everybody. Battle rap in school, I don't care. I went to battle other people in other places. Every party we went to, they was like, put Sean on them. I would kill them every time. I never lost. I promise I never lost. So then I moved to O'Fallon. They was rapping at the school table there. I killed them all. And then, yeah, so my highlights with my music, there wasn't too much there. And then I got into the local battle rap scene. So Street Status is the big one. My people was already there. Archie Stacks and County Code. I don't fuck with County Code no more, but yeah, and they chose to they had a beef with somebody named Got 'em, and they're like, we know how to get them. We'll put Mizzery against them, and then to kill them. So I went to Cheddar House, who I'm still loyal to this day. That's why I don't battle nowhere else. Shout out to Cheese. So they put me on there. Me versus Got 'em, which you can't find on YouTube right now, because he's another local white rapper, and I destroyed him so bad he went and got the damn YouTube video flagged. You can't even find it no more. So that got flagged. I told Cheese to put it back on. He said it can't be monetized. Blah blah blah. So then I got in the local battle rap scene, and there's a bunch you can type in right now. Mizzery versus QP, Mizzery versus Spick and Span, Mizzery versus King versus. I did a few in Las Vegas that aren't out because I didn't pay some admission fee for AHAD or something like that. But yeah, I don't believe I've ever lost, and I'm just nice with the lyrics, and I pride myself in lyricism, basically.
Where can your music be found? Where can future, if not current fans find you? Give us all your social media, everything, where you can be located.
On Instagram, it's Mizzery314, which is Mizzery, and that's also on Spotify, Apple Music, every streaming services that you can find. I just actually did a album with Crip Mac, Free Crip Mac, man. He's a huge TikTok sensation. I'm sure everybody knows who he is. But yeah, we just dropped one called Chunky Neighbors EP. I got 4 joints with him on there, and then the last one ends with Rowley from here in St. Louis, who everybody knows. He's nice too. So yeah, you can find all my. I got about 6 albums. I had like 21 mixtapes on Dat Piff, but they shut Dat Piff down, so I've done lost all that music. Luckily, I got all that on YouTube under Raw Relatives, RAWRELATIVES, and Instagram. I already told you that's pretty much all I do on that note. Twitter, Mizzery the King. So,
in closing, man, if you got anything to say to anybody, now's the time to say it, man.
I don't got nothing else to say. I'm pretty much keep the music on hold for now. Let y'all marinate on what y'all got going on. And yeah, that's that. Just check my music out. And I just that's all I really got to say.
We thank you for stopping by, man. Thank you.
Yeah, most definitely.